Hi everyone, it's Lindy. Welcome back to Hustling Up Dinner. We're doing another meal prep, but this one, it really seems like I'm always in a hurry all the time because I kind of am in a hurry all the time. But today, I don't have a lot of time, but I need to prep something for myself for some lunches for the rest of the week. And so I am doing probably one of the easiest healthy meal preps that is possible. Like, it's going to take me 20 minutes to make it, dish it out, and it's gonna be healthy. So we are doing fish and vegetables. So I'm going to get started on it because this is gonna go pretty quick. Okay, so now we have 9 tilapia fillets. This is actually just what I bought. It was just a family-size bag of frozen tilapia. I picked this up at Dillon's, which is a Kroger chain. I want to say that this was $6.99, $6.99 for 9 fillets, which is pretty awesome. All we're gonna do is I just have some olive oil here. I'm just basically going to brush the top with some olive oil, and then I sprinkle the fish with this seasoning here. It's by far my favorite thing to put on fish. It might be a little bit hard to find. I'm sure it's on Amazon. I'll take a look, but I actually just buy this at Academy Sporting Goods. It's actually in the camping section. That's where I always buy them, and I love them, so I buy multiples at a time. But it's just the lemon and herb seasoning with butter flavor. It's so good on fish. So I'm just going to cover all of these with some olive oil, sprinkle some of this on there, and then we're gonna bake them. Okay, so we have this lightly dusted with our seasonings, and we are just going to stick it in the oven at 425 degrees for about 12 minutes until the fish is cooked. All right, so now I just have a small onion getting cooked up. I put about half a tablespoon of coconut oil in here. And then for the vegetables, this time we are using the Normandy blend by Bird's Eye. It just has some broccoli and cauliflower, carrot, zucchini, and yellow squash. Now this is a 60-ounce bag. It was $5.98 at Walmart, so $6 for a big old giant bag, and we're gonna cook up this whole entire bag. Okay, so we got that whole bag put in there. All I did was add 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil to it because I like the way it tastes. And I'm always a fan of soy sauce. So I'm just going to let this cook down a little bit. I think I'm gonna add stuff with a little bit more flavor this time, just because I feel like stuff like the broccoli and the cauliflower and the squash, they really need a lot more flavor. So I think I'm gonna find something to throw in there that tastes pretty good. Okay, I have decided we're gonna add some of this in there. I found this in the fridge. There is 70 calories per serving. We're gonna do 1/4 of a cup of the teriyaki, so that is 140 calories. Don't worry, I am keeping track of all of this in my Fitness Pal. So as soon as I get it all done and divvied up into containers, I will know exactly how many calories are in each individual meal. But I'm gonna scrape all that out of there. Yeah. And our beautiful tilapia is out of the oven. Right, so those are cooked. Oh my gosh, I can't even with how stinking easy this was and how fast it was. No chopping, nothing. It was only $6 for the entire bag. So if you're like always in a time crunch, I highly recommend frozen vegetables as opposed to the real stuff. For real, it's such a time saver, especially if it's cheap. But here's the plan with this. So I am only making 3 meals ahead of time. So what I'm gonna do is I am literally just gonna quarter this out, and I'm gonna eat 1/4 for dinner tonight, and then the 3 others are getting put in a meal prep container. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I'm not going to measure or anything. I'm just gonna split take a quarter of this out and eat it tonight with fish. So I am going to have to reevaluate my plan because I ate one portion for dinner and this was everything that was left. I couldn't even eat half of the vegetables. So I'm gonna have a lot left over. I made way too much for meal prep, but that's okay. It'll get eaten. It just won't get put in meal prep containers, that's all. Okay, so I went ahead and got the veggies all prepped out, and I'm going to take 2 fillets per container. I'm just using my hands because I am fancy like that. But there are some that are a little bit bigger than others, so I'm just gonna put 1 big one and 1 small one in each one. So the whole reason why I'm doing only 3 meal containers is because tilapia is something, once it gets cooked, it only stays good in the fridge for 3 or 4 days. And the last time I prepped for 4 days, I ended up not getting to it in time because we had meal plans, and so I made too many meal preps. So I'm just gonna do 3 this time. That way I know that the fish is going to stay fresh and not go bad. But these are right around 400 calories. It would have been a lot less calories per each one had I not used the teriyaki and the sesame seed oil. The sesame seed oil and the teriyaki added almost 100 calories to the whole thing. So it would have been closer to 300 calories had I not used those, but I really wanted them to taste good and be flavorful because I'm not a huge fan of like cooked broccoli and cooked cauliflower if it doesn't have a lot of flavor in it. So I went ahead and really packed in the flavor, but that's it. That's what we got. About 400 calories. Those are all ready to go. And oh my goodness, it will get you full. I couldn't even finish my plate, but that's it. That is, that's everything. It was so simple and so easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. There is one more thing that I wanted to leave you with, and that is if you really wanted to get started with doing any kind of meal prep, the absolute easiest thing for you to do is make something that you are planning to eat for dinner and just make enough so that you can portion it out into containers ahead of time. That is seriously what I do every time. Every time I do it, I'm cooking something and I'm planning on eating it for dinner. So like tonight I had the fish and vegetables for dinner, and in the same time it takes you to cook one portion, you know, you can cook 4, 5, 6 portions ahead. That way you have them in the fridge ready to go. So don't think that you have to like make a giant meal in addition to whatever you're cooking in the house just to meal prep. No, it's not that complicated. Just make something that you're already planning to eat that day and just make something extra, make extra of it so that you can plan ahead. That is definitely the easiest way to cook ahead. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video and videos like it, please give it a thumbs up so that I know. Don't forget to check the video description for useful links. Any questions or comments, please do feel free to leave them down below. And if you have not subscribed, I hope you will for more content. And I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.